It is May 6th, El 6 de Mayo in Northern California, the day after Cinco de Mayo. We in California kind of like to adopt any ethnic holiday we can. So sometimes we're Mexican, sometimes we're Irish, sometimes we're Chinese. It works out great. But, and it's heating up here in Northern California. Boy, I hope everybody saw the beautiful scenes on the forum today from Switzerland. Thanks, Chris. And noisy scenes too. They were pretty cool. But let's see, a little update of what was going on this week. We had a couple of really cool packs. Anybody who has been a fan of our classical guitar stuff. Oh, that one's not in there. This one is? Nope, wait a minute. That's not in there either. But we have Hector Garcia. We had a 5-pack of Hector Garcia putting on some very difficult lessons. So anybody that wants to take a look at the kind of the high end of classical guitar, we had his arrangement of Romeo and Juliet, The Godfather, and the Pachelbel Canon, among a couple of other things that were a little bit easier. But those were kind of the high end ones. So I know a lot of our visitors really like to have their stuff in the pack arrangement. Of course, our other pack this week was kind of fun, putting together our Jerry Garcia pack. So anybody that's a fan of the Grateful Dead, we had a 5-pack plus a bonus tune, throwing in Teddy Bear's Picnic, just because Jerry did it. But it was a song that was 80 years old by the time he did it. Well, 60, 70. From the 30s, I think. Anyway, so 2 big packs this week. Classical guitar and Grateful Dead. And then it was Beatles week in terms of another Beatles week. I think we're going to stop Beatles weeks for a while. But this time I had a chance to take a look at some songs that people had really requested. One was Michelle, which is of course capoed way up the neck. And look at it pretty much the way Paul played it. So that was really fun for me to put together, because that was a song I really hadn't played much or shown anybody kind of the way he really did it. And especially we worked out a little chord solo in that too. I think some people probably got a kick out of that. We had, what else was in there? Oh, Looking Through You. Fun. Just kind of little country song of theirs. Now, of course, I did an arrangement of that on my Beatles album. Don't know if anybody's heard that. There it is. I keep these things in shape. Anyway, so I've had a fingerpicking version of that around for a long time. Of course, I've had a fingerpicking version of Here Comes the Sun around for a while too, and finally got around to completing the request that people wanted. Show us how George really played it. So that was the lesson that came out today, Friday. The real version of Here Comes the Sun. Of course, we'd had a free version up that was most of the song. Most of you probably could have figured it out from what we've had up since early days here at TG, but I was glad to get to a completed version of that. And the reason I started off with this, by the way, as you may have figured out, is because we have gotten in the habit now of putting out at least, hoping at least once a week, to get to a new fly on the wall video, because I know how much our members really appreciate eavesdropping in on real lessons. And I really have to thank some of my students, my live students, or real life students or something, anyway, who are gracious and comfortable enough for me to slap the camera on them and then just let it fly with whatever's going on. And so I know you guys have seen a lot of Fred. Fred has no bones about self-conscious playing in front of everybody, and so Fred, public thank you to you. I'll see you Monday anyway. And we get in maybe 4 or 5 cameras on us, and we'll do like some really high-end stuff next time. But anyway, we were working on I'd Love to Change the World, and have another one of those coming up in a couple weeks that takes a slightly different look at it too. So anyway, so I know that you guys appreciate those, and I know how valuable they are, so we're glad to keep bringing those out. And then we had a little Campfire, City of New Orleans. Arlo Guthrie's version, of course, of Steve Goodman's song, and that's just one of those staples that everybody should know. So I was glad to finally get that into the loop. A few student reviews this week. We had Walk Don't Run, and I am planning on more surf tunes. We will get to that. We might even get to the finger-picking version of that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I think we have enough high-end finger-picking songs for now. That would definitely be one of them, though. And we had Juan playing Pigs on the Wing. So only 2 reviews this week. Maybe more next week. We're working on all kinds of other really cool stuff, sort of behind the scenes, to enhance everybody's TG experience. So I do have, let's see, I think 2 other things I want to bring up. No, maybe just one. This is really only for anybody that might be within driving distance of Northern California in a couple of weeks. Our friend Muriel Anderson will be coming here to Los Gatos to do a interactive concert workshop at my friend Keith Holland's guitar shop. You've probably seen some of his videos in our Luthier's Corner. And she'll be bringing her harp guitar, and what we're kind of envisioning happening here is her really interacting with the audience, maybe playing requests, answering questions. So it'll be a lot more. It'll be really different than a concert. It'll be kind of limited seating and stuff. But if you're interested in that, check at her site at murielanderson.com. There's info about how to get tickets. But if you can't get here, we hope to be there with the video cameras. We'll see. We're not quite sure yet that's going to work out. So anyway, I think that's about it. Next week, I don't even know what's happening next week. I think I'm going to just be playing the guitar all week. Maybe it's Johnny Cash week. Nah, probably not. So, but we do have some pretty cool tunes coming up. And I think it's about time for me to get back to practicing. I see finger-picking songs on the horizon, actually, over the next few weeks, because that's we've been doing a lot of the classic rock things and all that other kind of stuff. So, oh, I know, that was the other thing. I was kind of having a good time with the thread that was talking about open G, and that is the one hint. That has kind of got me inspired to take a look at a song or two in the near future back in the open G tuning. So in preparation for that, I would encourage you to mess around in open G and learn how to play some chords that are, because most of the songs that we're going to look at, or if I'm not sure yet what they're going to be, but I'm going to try to keep them fairly level 4s maybe, or something like that, that should be approachable for people messing around in open G. So I think that is it until next week, which will, I guess, be El 13 de Mayo.